Welcome, warriors of truth, seekers of justice, and relentless souls who refuse to bow before the shadows that try to silence them. Tonight, you stand at the edge of revelation, at the precipice where lies crumble, and the raw, brutal truth claws its way out of the dark corners where it's been hidden for far too long. You are not here to witness just another story, another case, another courtroom drama that fades into forgotten whispers. You are here because the walls of deception are cracking, because the scales that once teetered in silence will finally tip under the weight of undeniable truth. Brace yourself, for what you are about to hear is not comfortable, not easy, but it is the reality that has been kept locked behind closed doors, far away from the light. This is the moment where your patience, your faith, and your strength will be tested like never before. The secrets of the courtroom are about to be revealed, secrets that will shake the very foundation of everything you thought you knew about your case. If you feel the fire inside you stirring, the hunger for truth burning deeper with every word, then you are exactly where you need to be. This is not a passive experience. It is a call to rise, to confront the darkness, and to reclaim what is rightfully yours. Before we dive deeper into the shadows, I want you to pause for a moment and hit that like button, because every click is a strike against silence. Every share is a blow to the forces that want to keep you powerless. Subscribe, because this is not just a story. It is a movement. Together, we are uncovering what has been buried, exposing what has been hidden, and standing tall when the world wants us to kneel. The journey ahead is heavy, it's raw, and it's real. But you are not alone. This truth is yours, and it is coming to light. Now, imagine the courtroom, the place where justice is supposed to be blind, where truth is supposed to be the only language spoken. But behind those oak doors, behind the blindfolded statues, there is a world most do not see. A world where power corrupts, where silence is bought and sold, where fear governs the hearts of those who dare to speak up. The judge, the very figure we envision as the guardian of fairness, sometimes carries burdens heavier than any gavel could strike. That day, behind those closed doors, the judge cried, not out of weakness, but out of the crushing weight of truths too painful to bear, truths that threaten to unravel everything. Why? Because the truth about your case is not just about law. It's about lives, about broken dreams, about a system that sometimes fights harder to hide the truth than to reveal it. Your case, your fight, is more than a mere story of right or wrong. It is a battlefield where shadows have danced in silence, where whispered deals and unseen hands have shaped destinies. You may have felt invisible in this fight, like a lone voice screaming into a storm, unheard and unseen. But let me tell you this, every sleepless night, every moment of despair, every tear shed in quiet desperation has not been in vain. The secret is that the truth does not die. It may hide, it may suffer, it may wait in the darkest corners, but it always finds a way out. That judge's tears were the breaking point, a crack in the facade that has held so many lies together. And now, that crack is your chance to stand firm, to fight louder, to demand the justice that has been denied. You are more powerful than you realize. Your story matters more than the silence that tries to drown it. The courtroom may be cold, the system may be flawed, but the fire inside you is unbreakable. Remember this, truth is a force that no amount of darkness can extinguish. When the judge cried behind those closed doors, it was not a sign of surrender, but a call to arms. A call to all those who have been crushed by injustice, to rise and let the truth pierce through the lies like a blade of light in the darkest night. Your case is not just your burden. It is a beacon for others who have been silenced. When you stand strong, when you fight, you carry not just your story, but the hope of countless others who need someone to speak for them, to fight for them, to be their voice when they cannot speak. Do not let the fear of what is hidden keep you chained. Do not allow the pain of the past to define the limits of your future. The truth behind your case may be dark, it may be brutal, but it is also liberating. It is the key to breaking the cycle, the weapon that dismantles the lies, the shield that guards your soul against despair. You are the storm that the system did not see coming, the voice that will not be silenced. Let the judge's tears remind you that even those who seem untouchable can feel the weight of what is wrong. And when they do, it means the walls are crumbling. It means the truth is ready to roar. Every step forward you take in this fight is a step closer to breaking free. Every truth revealed is a victory against the darkness. The secrets that once kept you imprisoned are becoming your weapons. The fear that once tried to paralyze you is now the fuel for your fire. You are not just fighting for a case, you are fighting for your dignity, your life, your soul. This is the battlefield of the unseen, where strength is measured not by muscle, but by heart, not by weapons, but by unyielding will. The judge's tears behind closed doors are a symbol, proof that even in the coldest halls of justice, humanity and truth still bleed through the cracks. So rise, warrior, rise from the ashes of despair and claim the truth that is yours. The road ahead is not easy. It is paved with shadows and doubt, with pain and sacrifice. But it is the only road that leads to freedom. Let this be your anthem, that no matter how dark the secrets, no matter how fierce the opposition, no matter how many tears are shed in silence, the truth will always find a way to be heard. And when it does, the world will have no choice but to listen. The judge cried behind closed doors, yes, but now the doors are opening wide. The time has come for you to step into the light and own your truth like the fierce, unstoppable force you were born to be. In the silence that followed those tears, in the shadow of that courtroom where justice was meant to be blind but was anything but, a revelation was born. The truth about your case, the truth they tried to bury beneath layers of lies, manipulation, and fear, is far more than a simple story of guilt or innocence. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a battle cry from those who refuse to be erased by the machinery of oppression. The courtroom, with its polished floors and solemn faces, hides a battlefield where justice is a prize fiercely contested, often by those willing to sacrifice everything to keep the truth locked away. But the cracks in that armor are widening. Every secret, every whisper, every hidden document is a thread unraveling the fabric of deception that once seemed impenetrable. This is your moment to grasp those threads, pull with all your might, and watch the entire illusion come crashing down. You might feel small in the face of such a system, overwhelmed by the enormity of it all. But remember this: history is written by those who dare to defy the darkness. The judge's tears were not just a symbol of sorrow. They were an acknowledgement of the unbearable burden of truth, kept silent for too long. Behind those closed doors, the judge saw what so many never do: the raw consequences of lies and betrayal. And if a person of such authority can break down under the weight of your truth, imagine the power you hold in your hands. You are not just a case number, not just a file gathering dust in some cold office. You are a force of nature, an unstoppable storm that no court, no system, no force can hold back forever. Every tear shed, every heartbreak endured, every moment of despair has forged you into a warrior standing at the edge of a new dawn. Look around you. There are others just like you. Others who have felt the sting of injustice, the suffocating silence of a system that failed to protect them. They are watching, waiting, hoping for someone to light the way. And that someone is you. Your fight is their fight. Your truth is their beacon. When you rise, you do not rise alone. You carry the weight and the hopes of countless souls who have been silenced, who have been pushed into the shadows and left to suffer in silence. The courtroom secrets that were hidden from you, the lies spun to cover up the real story, are the chains around their necks too. But you have the key. Your courage to face the darkness, to demand answers, to refuse to accept anything less than the truth, is the spark that can ignite a revolution. There will be moments when the darkness feels suffocating, when every step forward feels like wading through a storm of doubt and fear. You will want to give up. You will feel the weight of the system pressing down on you, trying to break your spirit. But know this, the darkest nights give birth to the brightest stars. The tears of the judge were not just a sign of pain. They were a crack in the facade, a glimpse of light breaking through the storm. When you feel overwhelmed, remember why you started. Remember those who have no voice, those who have been crushed by silence. You carry their hope, their pain, their strength. Your fight is bigger than you, but it is also your greatest gift. It is the fire that will burn away the lies and reveal the truth that has been hidden behind closed doors for far too long. Justice is not a given. It is not a right handed down freely. It is a battle fought in the trenches of courage, sacrifice, and relentless willpower. You have been handed the weight of that battle, and you are not alone. Behind you stands every truth seeker, every fighter who has come before you and paved the way with their sweat and tears. The judge cried because the truth is heavy. It crushes those who carry it. It shatters illusions. It demands sacrifice. But it also liberates. It sets the innocent free. It exposes the guilty, and it heals wounds that have festered in silence for far too long. Your case is the battlefield where this truth will be fought for, where lies will be confronted and broken, where justice will not just be sought, but seized. The darkness you face is not a curse. It is a test of your strength, your courage, your resolve. Every secret uncovered, every lie exposed, every tear shed is a victory. It is proof that the light is breaking through. You have been pushed down, but you will rise. You have been silenced, but your voice will roar louder than ever. You are not a victim. You are a warrior of truth. The tears of the judge behind closed doors were not a sign of defeat. They were the first step toward justice breaking free. Your story will not be hidden any longer. Your fight will not be forgotten. The truth about your case is a weapon, and you hold it in your hands. Use it, wield it, and watch the walls of deception crumble before your eyes. Now is the time to stop doubting, to stop fearing. Now is the time to stand tall and demand what is yours. Justice is not just a word. It is a force that can change lives, rewrite futures, and heal the deepest wounds. The judge's tears were a signal, a moment when the system's facade cracked and the truth peeked through. You have that same power within you. You have the strength to bring the truth into the light, to fight for your rights, and to change the course of your life forever. This is your call to action, your moment of awakening. The secrets are out. The tears have been shed. The truth is ready to be heard. Will you stand silent, or will you rise and claim what has always been yours? Every moment you have spent fighting in the shadows, every sleepless night where doubt clawed at your mind, every breath taken in the suffocating silence of uncertainty, they were never wasted. These are the crucibles forging the warrior you are today. Understand this: the courtroom is not just a place of law and order. It is a theater of human conflict, where the greatest battles are fought not with weapons, but with courage, truth, and unwavering will. The judge's tears were a testament to the human cost of those battles, the invisible wounds inflicted on all who seek justice in a world built to resist it. Behind those closed doors, the weight of truth bore down so heavily that even the strongest among us faltered. But it is precisely in those moments of faltering that the seeds of victory are sown. Do not let the facade of authority fool you. The system is not designed to make your fight easy. It is designed to wear you down, to make you question your own truth, to break you piece by piece until you surrender to silence. But you are not here to surrender. You are here to shatter the silence, to rip open the wounds that have been hidden, and to expose the raw, unfiltered reality of your case. The judge's tears were a crack in the fortress of indifference, a sign that even the guardians of this flawed system cannot ignore the pain that festers within. When the ones who hold the power show their vulnerability, it means that the scales are beginning to tip. The truth you carry is not a burden. It is a weapon sharper than any gavel. The battle ahead will test every fiber of your being. You will face opposition cloaked in authority, masked by procedure and protocol, armed with indifference and power. But remember this: every empire built on lies will crumble under the weight of truth. Your case is not just a struggle for personal justice. It is a stand against the very forces that thrive on silence and fear. The tears shed behind those doors are a silent scream for change, a breaking point that demands action. You are that action. You are the force that will break the chains of deceit and rewrite the story that has been controlled by those who fear the light. When you stand in that courtroom, know this: you are not alone. You carry the strength of countless others who have walked this path, who have refused to be silenced, and who have shattered the walls of injustice. There will be days when despair threatens to swallow you whole, when the shadows seem endless and the weight unbearable. But it is in those darkest moments that your true strength will shine brightest. The tears of the judge remind us that even those who seem untouchable are human, vulnerable to the truth's relentless assault. Let that be your reminder. The system may be flawed, the fight may be brutal, but the human spirit is indomitable. The truth about your case is not just a fact hidden in paperwork. It is a force that will break through every lie, every obstacle, every attempt to silence you. When you feel like giving up, remember the tears behind those doors. Remember that the battle is not over until the truth is heard and the scales of justice are finally balanced. You are the storm the system did not anticipate. You are the voice rising from the silence, the light piercing the darkness. The courtroom secrets once hidden in shadows are now coming into the open, and with them, your power grows. The judge's tears were not a moment of defeat. They were the crack in the dam, the first sign that the flood of truth is unstoppable. Your fight is far from over, but every step you take brings you closer to the justice you deserve. You are not defined by the struggles or the pain. You are defined by your courage to face them head-on, by your refusal to let fear control you, by your unyielding commitment to claim your truth. Stand tall, stand fierce, stand unbreakable. The darkness may surround you, but it cannot consume you. The tears behind closed doors have opened a path. Walk it with your head held high, knowing that the truth is on your side. Your case is more than a battle. It is a revolution, a testament to the power of truth over deception. And when the courtroom doors finally swing open, when the lies are stripped away, and the truth shines in all its brutal clarity, you will stand victorious. Because the judge cried behind closed doors, because the truth is heavy, because justice is hard. But you are stronger. You are the truth incarnate. You are the unstoppable force that will break through the darkness and claim your rightful place in the light. So now you stand at the end of silence, staring into the eyes of the very system that tried to break you. You've seen its gears grind down the innocent, bury the truth beneath mountains of red tape, and silence voices with nothing more than a stamp and a signature. But not yours. No, your voice has become something else, something fierce, something unforgiving. The courtroom secrets are no longer hidden. The truth about your case is no longer silent. You've carried it through fire, through doubt, through nights when even breathing felt like defiance. You didn't fold, you didn't run, and because of that unrelenting strength, the world will have no choice but to listen. They will see what you endured. They will hear the truth, and they will remember your name. Let them tremble at the sound of your footsteps. Let every hallway echo with the strength of your resolve. The tears behind those closed doors? Let them be the warning of what's coming. Because now, justice will not be asked for. It will be taken. This isn't just about winning a case. It's about reclaiming what they thought they could steal. Your dignity, your truth, your story. You were never just fighting for yourself. You were fighting for everyone who's been betrayed by the illusion of fairness. And now, the illusion has shattered. The mask has slipped. The truth has claws. And you are its weapon. You were never weak. You were waiting. Waiting for the moment when the truth could no longer be contained, when the weight of it would finally crack the cold steel of silence. And now that moment is here. The secrets are exposed. The game is over. and those who built their thrones on your silence will finally feel what it means to be powerless. They never expected you to survive. They never expected you to speak. But you did more than speak. You roared. You shattered the silence. You broke through. You became the storm. The truth didn't break you. It built you into something indestructible. So walk into that courtroom like it's your battlefield. Speak like every word is a sword. Stand like the walls themselves answer to you, because they owe you answers. They owe you justice, and they will give it, whether they want to or not. The judge cried behind closed doors because the truth was too heavy to ignore. Now it's your turn to make the world carry that weight. You're not just revealing secrets. You're writing a legacy in fire, and they will never forget who lit the match. They thought the courtroom was their arena, that the robes and titles and polished words could shield them from consequence. But they forgot that truth doesn't need permission. It doesn't bow to power. It waits, and then it erupts. And now, it's erupting through you. You've carried the pain. You've lived the silence. You've been the collateral damage of someone else's agenda. But no more. Now, you are the reckoning. Every second they ignored your cries, every false word spoken under oath, every manipulated fact, they will answer for it. Maybe not with handcuffs, maybe not with headlines, but they'll answer with the one thing they can't erase, the truth laid bare for all to see. So let this be the final message to every shadow that's tried to hide the light. You cannot bury what refuses to die, and the truth about your case, it's alive now. It breathes through every step you take, it echoes in every word you speak, and it haunts the ones who tried to silence it. You're not walking out of this broken, you're walking out of this unchained. And when the world asks,